Wagwan beautiful people, welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling great. I am glad to be back with another video. As you know guys, a lot is going on around Lukaku and the striker business. Guys, why are people trying to cancel Marina? No, we should not be doing all that. There's so much news today, well, not so much, but of course I am here to keep you entertained and tell you what's the latest, what's going on in and around Chelsea, the transfer news, some of the news that have been making headlines this week, and of course we'll be facing Tottenham tomorrow for the last of the Mind Series game. The Mind Series, yes, and hopefully it goes well. I'm not really too nervous about it. I'm a bit excited and hopefully it goes well. I said hopefully twice, but yes, I hope it goes well. I should start saying hope. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me a lot. Share it with the family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Without further ado, let's get right into it guys. So for the first news, I have to start with this. If I don't start with this will not be why you click this video. The first news, I want to talk about Lukaku, and I really want this to be more of an interactive video. So I will be stating out, I will be doing some comparisons between Haaland and Lukaku, and I want you guys to comment in the comment section down below how you feel about, the two players. This week we have news about Haaland, and the Chelsea fans they just go crazy, they go ballistic over the Haaland news. Then this other week, it's almost like a seesaw. This other week we have Lukaku news. So one day Lukaku, the next day Haaland. 1 week Lukaku, the next week Haaland. So guys, we have to sort this out. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on how you feel about the two strikers. I know we really need a striker. Guys, we really need a number 9. So guys, let's see how it goes. Tell me how you feel about it. So let's just jump right into it. So I'll be comparing the two. So first of all, I'll start in terms of age. As we know, Lukaku is 28 years old and Erling Haaland is 21 years old. So in terms of age, Haaland has the upper hand in terms of he's younger. When you're younger, you have more energy, and of course you just want to just put everything out in terms of time. You have more time. I feel like you have less worries too when you're young, right? So in terms of age, I feel like Haaland has the upper hand. Then in terms of Premier League experience, guys, we all know that Haaland has not been to the Premier League whatsoever. And guys, this will be his first time if he makes the move to Chelsea. If he makes the change, if he shifts and comes to the Premier League, this will be something completely new. This will probably be what happened, for instance, with Timo. I'm not saying he's Timo, but Timo came to Chelsea and he had a bit of struggle in terms of, he was always offside. But I have good news in terms of the offside news coming later in the video. Please make sure you watch the video till the end, and I will be telling you about it. In terms of Premier League experience, I would give the upper hand to Lukaku. He is more experienced. I mean, he's been to West Brom, he's been to Everton, he's been to Man U and Chelsea. So guys, in terms of Premier League experience, definitely Lukaku gets the win on that one. In terms of the contract expiry dates, guys, we are targeting a striker this summer, but if this does not work out, I don't know whether we're going to go for them in future, because anything can happen. And in terms of when their contract is expiring, Lukaku's contract is set to expire in 2024, and as for Haaland, we know his contract is expiring in 2022. So in terms of the contract expiry date, Haaland has the upper hand. In terms of goal contributions, Haaland has 33 goal contributions with 27 goals plus 6 assists. But in terms of Lukaku, 35 goals contributed with 24 goals and 11 assists. So in terms of goal contribution, guys, Lukaku is winning this race. So overall, in terms of how we've compared them with the stats I've given, Lukaku is clearly leading. But tell me guys, we also know that younger players, have, as I said, more energy, and we don't know, maybe he might not have the same experience as Timo. He might come and adjust really quickly and give us the goals that we so desperately desire. But don't get me wrong, we have won without him. we have won the Champions League. That's what I mean. We have won without him, and even though we don't get him, I feel like we'll still be able to work with what we have, work with the players we have. Kai Havertz, superb player. So we have players that are still doing well. So with or without Haaland, guys, don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm like, oh, Haaland, please come. Yes, I know you guys are like that, but some of you at least. But guys, that's what's happening in terms of Haaland versus Lukaku. But as I was comparing the two, and I was just scrolling through Twitter, yes, reports are that we as Chelsea, of course, this was a few days back, that Inter Milan have already rejected two offers, guys, two offers. So having rejected the two offers, the third offer has been made and has been confirmed by sources, by Chelsea sources, that we as Chelsea have made a bid of 100 million euros plus Marcus Alonso in the negotiation. So guys, but you're not ready for this, but Inter Milan have rejected the proposal. They have rejected the offer. They replied, yes, they technically replied with in terms of the offer. They replied saying that they feel as though Lukaku is untouchable. Untouchable in quotes. So guys, what? These guys are, guys, come on. I know that in terms of Lukaku's history, with Chelsea, the history is not so good. I mean, we sold him after he missed the penalty, and yes, that penalty was so painful. I mean, guys, the fans have so much power, but that's not important. I mean, with the history with Chelsea, I feel like that is why he's so reluctant to come back, and I don't blame him. I mean, once bitten, twice shy. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. So guys, that's what's up, and I don't blame Lukaku. Let's see how the few weeks goes. The transfer season, the transfer period is almost over, and I know you guys are getting impatient. I am seeing it all over social media, and guys, just chill. Okay? Just chill. Yes, I have seen the likes of, hashtag Marina out, and nah guys, it's not that deep. You guys, we should have more faith, we should have trust. I mean, in terms of Lampard, it was hashtag Lampard out, and he had to go. I mean, we were struggling clearly, but guys, we just have to have faith that, as I said, we don't do our business out in the open, because sometimes you can put your business out there and sometimes it does not work out. So it's safer to do your business in private. So if things don't work out, you'll just be in private, taking your L's by yourself. Anyway, that's the latest on Lukaku. Tell me your thoughts and opinion about it. Interact with me on social media. I'll be linking my social media handles down below in the description box. Tell me how you feel about this news. Guys, yes, transfer season is almost over, but don't lose hope, okay? Yeah. Then in terms of transfer news, we have made another major transfer. His name, forgive me if I do not pronounce it correctly, but I will give it my best. Tino Livramento has been signed to Southampton for a 5-year deal, guys, for £5 million, guys. But there is a buyback clause as part of the agreement, and I have to say, for the 18-year-old midfielder, this is a superb deal, guys. In other news, I have to talk about the VAR implementations. Guys, we know last season the VAR was always going against us. I was so angry, and I was just not for VAR. If it was up to me, but sometimes it was for us, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it was just So there have been some implementations that have been made, and I'm happy to say that I am glad with the implementations have been made. I think this was really necessary and really needed this, so I'll just be mentioning them out for you, and I'll be putting them on the screen right now. So this is what, in terms of the VAR implementations that have been made for the Premier League. First, we will be having marginal offsides. Marginal offsides will be benefiting the attacker. Then the assistant to raise flag for clear offsides. Then higher threshold for awarding penalties. Then there will be a higher threshold. there will be a higher threshold for awarding penalties, and finally there will be a higher threshold for penalizing challenges. Guys, so we know in the past we have some divers, yes. Some are very good at acting at the diving, but some not so good. So for the divers, for some offsides, they're so technical, and guys, it's just insane. So some of the offsides are just. This is good news in terms of Timo. I hope Timo is able to score more goals. I hope Timo is able to score more goals. Then again, in terms of handballs, sometimes there's some handballs that are not faulty, in terms of, oh, maybe the ball just bounced and hits their, for example, hand, or yeah, it's non-intentional handballs. In terms of all that, I feel like these implementations are really important. Moving forward, I feel like this will work for us, in our favor, hopefully, because during the season, anything can happen, and that is the latest in terms of Chelsea news and football news in general. Of course, we'll be facing Tottenham Spurs tomorrow for the Mind Games series, and I'm really excited. I will be doing a review for you guys, hopefully, and I hope you guys will check it out. Yeah, so that's it. That will be it for my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and I will be seeing you in my next video.
Since you've been gone, I've been catching the vibe, I've been catching the vibe. Since you've been gone, I've been catching